My name is Mrs. Tingle, and your name is
Mr. Thomas.
Mr. Thomas. All right, good morning.
Thank
So, today we're going to talk about the Early Start Denver model, ESDM. Okay, it's a lot alike ABA strategy that you've heard of in the past with a little twist. ABA can be used on a wide range of kids, age range.
Mm-hmm.
But ESDM is more or less geared for students who are or children who are 18 to 17 to 48 months.
Okay.
It's to catch them at an early age, get them talking, get them communicating with other people, other peers, other people in their society as they grow older. It's to somewhat capture them at an
Mm-hmm.
early age so that they will be well equipped to socialize as
Okay.
adults.
Right.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, with no communication, you're not very independent if you're not able to communicate
Right.
verbally, um, verbally. Okay?
Okay.
So the goal is to pull students with autism out of their shell into the light, for lack of better words,
Correct.
and help them communicate with others.
Okay.
Okay? So today I'm going to help you, give you a little overview about and strategies of ways that you can do that with your child.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So just a little bit about ESDM. It's a comprehensive behavior early intervention approach. And
Okay.
again, it's geared for children with autism between the ages of 12 and 48 months. All
Okay.
right? The purpose of it is to teach the kids or to promote language and communication skills
Mm-hmm.
in a naturalistic, type of environment in
Right.
your home setting.
Okay.
It requires parent involvement.
Mm-hmm.
It also requires you to have a shared engagement, to go back and forth with your child.
Right.
Okay, and
Right.
I'll give you strategies of ways you can encourage that communication piece with your child
Oh, okay.
through play.
Sure.
So wouldn't you like to play games with your
I
child?
would. I would.
Right. So playing games is going to be like essential. You wouldn't just give your child an iPad and say, go play with the iPad.
Right.
You would first sit down with your child and load apps or find what games would be interested with your child.
Right.
Or, for instance, a 12-month-old. A 12-month-old can't just play. He doesn't know how to play.
Right.
So you got to kind of teach him how to play, teach him how to socially interact, teach him how to be, how to play,
Mm-hmm.
how to have fun, how
Right.
to smile. Children pick up on social cues, facial expressions,
Right.
your mood and your demeanor and your behavior.
Okay.
All right, so you'll need to be mindful of all those things. Okay. Again, ESDM is a lot like ABA, but it's play based. So
Okay.
when you think of play, what do you think about?
Fun.
Fun, yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna have fun today, and you're gonna find strategies that will teach your child, but it will be fun.
Okay.
All right. So why is getting attention so important? Well,
Mm-hmm.
getting your child's attention is important because if he's not looking at you, if he's not aware of what you're doing, how could he look at you or observe you to model your behavior,
Correct.
right?
Okay.
So you first have to capture his attention, okay? You're gonna have to alert him to what's gonna happen
Right.
next. First we're gonna sit down, first we're gonna play this game and have that social back and forth, that
Oh,
interaction.
okay.
Okay, it's appropriate for younger children. If the child has siblings, it's good if, you may pull in another sibling so that you guys, so they can play too. A siblings would be more like a helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
Young children with ASD do not show an interest in watching and interacting with people. So it's going to be essential that you first find out what their preferences are. What is it that they like to do? What is it that, what lessons do you want them to learn from watching people, watching you, playing with you,
Mm-hmm.
communicating with you? What is your goal? What is the goal? Okay? Children need to attend to everything that other people do in order to learn. They need to be attentive. They need to be observant. They need physical movement, body language, facial expressions, and words. Okay? So today, I want you to grab your child, and you guys are going to play a simple game of cards. And remember, it's going to be a back and forth exchange in communication. You're not going to necessarily tell her what to do. You're going to work together and communicate it. All right,
So
so
we're gonna play a game of match. I'm gonna take the card and we're gonna do this until we get our 5 cards.
so use your words. My turn,
Your turn.
and then you're going to encourage your child to say your turn.
Your turn. One. Now it's your turn. Alright. So now that we have our 5 cards, we're going to play a matching game, something that'll help us play together. So I'm going to, I have a king.
So ask the question, how many matching cards do you have in your hand?
How many matching cards do you have in your hand?
I don't know matching cards. Oh, but the same
Same
JK.
match. Same match. There you go. Now, okay. See. So how,
Okay, so so you're matching games.
right.
So what parents should do to increase their child's attention? There are 5 steps. Parents identify what the spotlight of their child's attention is. Okay, so
Okay.
if there's a game that you're playing
Right.
and it doesn't necessarily capture the kid,
Mhm.
you may want to switch it up and find something that's really interested, that the kid is really
really
interested in.
Okay.
Parents need to step on the stage, take their position, eliminate the competition. There's no competition when you're playing this game. There's
Right.
no I win, you lost.
Right.
You know, it's we win, because at the end of the day, the goal is to get the kid communicating and socializing, making being social comfortable.
Okay.
You're going to also follow your child's lead
Ah,
in some of the activities.
right.
The more fun that it is, the faster the child will learn. More fun equals more learning opportunities.
Ah,
Okay. So the more, if this game were to progress and carry on, you would see either the child's reaction to it. Either she would show interest or lack thereof.
Mhm.
And at that moment in time, you may want to switch it up, switch up the game,
Right.
or ask that child, what is it that you want to play? This may be something you want to do, but not necessarily something that they want to do.
Ah,
So
okay.
the goal is to always be able to pull that child out of their comfort zone and into a more socially acceptable comfort zone.
Okay.
Also, you may want to give the child some verbal affirmation, some verbal praise. Like for instance, when we get finished playing this game, would you like to go for ice cream, or would you like to go out and walk the dog? Or would you like to go for a bike ride, or something that may interest a child? That would be helpful. Children with autism typically cannot pick up on body language and body gestures,
Right.
so you may have to point a lot of things out to them and show them what's going on.
Ah,
And the earlier that you start this process,
mhm.
the better off in the future the child will be.
Right.
All right. So ESDM promotes social interactions. You need to create communication opportunities for your child.
Okay.
And the way we're going to do that is through play. Okay? You need to engage with the back and forthness, turn taking, also establish a kind of balance to interaction. No one is the boss, no one is the follower. Instead, 2 partners take turns directing and following. How I encouraged you to say, I take 2, you take 2.
Oh, I got you.
You take 2, I take 2. So that back and forth is referred to as shared control.
Okay.
These are skills we can use as parents when teaching our kids new activities in the home. Shared control. All parents can utilize this, but they really want parents with students with autism, children with autism, to really learn these strategies and techniques to better affect their home life and the child's social life.
That's
I
great.
thank you so much for this opportunity to sit down with you and talk to you today.
I thank you also.
All right, thank you.